Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Custom Panigale series, episode 2. I am JaretCampisi. This is my boy Dado, the mechanic, and we are in his beautiful garage, along with Dozer, who is our assistant. He doesn't do a very good job though. Oh, and he's gonna lick his balls right on camera. Today, in this episode, we're gonna be primarily focusing on fixing up this, sexifying the front end of the bike. These mirrors are gonna be removed. We're going to be doing block-off mirrors with integrated turn signals. Sorry, block-offs with integrated turn signals. We're going to be adding some bar end mirrors. We're going to be adding a new smoked-out windscreen. And then we're also going to be adding a Ducati comfort seat and a Ducati rear race passenger pylon. So I'm excited to get started on this one. This is really going to clean up the bike, so stay tuned. Stick around. So first off, shout out to Calps for supplying us with these beautiful Ducati t-shirts. We also have some Calps 60th anniversary shirts we'll be wearing later on. They are an official sponsor of the series. They're going to be hooking us up with some, we just got tires from them, the rear race section, and maybe a full system exhaust as well. We'll talk about that later. But I wanted to show you guys our little idea board here. So this is our wish list right here, guys. So this right here is top secret stuff like exhaust, power commander, adjustable levers.
That's not top, cover that shit up.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is swap out the seat. This is a comfort performance seat from Ducati. And basically, as you can see from the stock seat here, it's really thin and the whole thing is sloped down because it's made for racing. If you're riding this on the street, me personally, with this seat, I just slide into the gas tank constantly and I'm just racking the member of the family. And it gets pretty frustrating and a bit uncomfortable because you get wedgies too. So I think this is an absolute must, the comfort seat, because what it does is it adds a ton of padding here, and see how it stacks it up and it almost flattens it out there. And so that allows you to kind of stay put on the seat. It also gives you a little bit more protection from the heat on this bike because it does get a little bit hot, especially on the right hand side. And it also looks really nice too with the red stitching and the suede and everything like that. So simple, easy, replace it, and we're gonna throw this on right now.
Dado, what are you doing?
Playing on my bike while Jared's looking pretty on camera. Waiting for my cue to actually do some work.
Messed up. This is the only thing Dado lets me do. A single bolt. That's about all I can handle. Look how nice that looks though.
I wouldn't say you can handle it.
Look at how nice that looks. Oh, it's gonna make riding so much more fun. Let's put the rear race tail section on too.
2 guys, 1 screw. They're like filler pieces.
Where's my MagPro?
Where's your mag mat, bro?
What? Yeah, there we go.
I don't want film. My boobs are hanging. We're getting the deck ready to go in the pool.
So here you go, guys. This is pretty much the completed rear section of the bike. Ducati comfort seat with that red stitching and suede looks awesome. And then the rear race section that added those fairings up here. And then this is now like the new seat section, which isn't a seat at all, but look how freaking good that looks.
Well, looks like I'm out of a job since Jared just did the entire install by himself.
I just did that whole install. Come over this way, teens. Look at it here. Good God. Looks so awesome.
Looks
all right,
damn good.
Time to work on the front end. So next order of business is getting these mirrors off that have integrated turn signals that actually don't work. So we're gonna pull these off, and then while we have those off, that'll give us a little more wiggle room to replace the OEM windscreen. So we went with the Zero Gravity SR series light smoke because some of the patrons said they wanted to be able to see through. Dado's over here dropping stuff. Some of the patrons said they wanted to be able to see through the windscreen because they were going to be tracking this bike. Again, we'll be including all the stock parts as well, and we're going to label everything for you guys. So whoever does win the bike, you can always, you know, use any stock parts that you want to use. So here it is, Zero Gravity SR series, which basically just means it's a stock replacement in light smoke, and it looks pretty freaking good. I was worried. I really wanted the dark smoke, but the light smoke.
No, Dado wanted dark smoke.
Dado wanted to paint it black because that's what he does.
How's the pool?
Awesome.
Is it cold?
No, it
No.
feels good.
Is it still over 80?
Nice.
We're gonna swim then.
Look at that, Dado.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that looks so good. Hold it up to this one.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna sit right there.
Oh yeah.
That looks really good.
You're gonna get all the girls.
All the girls.
So we have a problem.
What?
There's no wiring for the turn signals at all.
Shut up.
It's missing. It's gone.
Serious?
Yep, that's serious.
All right, so we have a problem, guys. The turn signal lines that run the turn signals are gone, completely gone. I don't know why they would be gone.
That's probably why they never worked.
Yeah.
I took the mirrors off and I thought that maybe they were bundled underneath. There's no wires at all for turn signals. So we're gonna have to find them or rewire this Ducati to have turn signals again.
That's not gonna be fun.
So I'm gonna have him do it.
I'm doing all of it. All right, look at that front end. So we just searched almost every freaking, what are this called?
Allen keys?
Yeah, Allen keys. We literally tried probably 100 different Allen keys.
Here's the problem. They're actually star bit.
Are they really?
Yes.
Oh, thank God you got a specialty key. So yeah, Starbit Allen keys to get the windscreen off. So that's what we're doing right now, taking the windscreen off. Look at the lines of this bike right now, guys. Oh my God, it looks so good. All right, we got Ducati teens here to show us the difference. There you
Magic.
go. And Dado said one's actually lighter, huh?
This one.
So the new
Zero
one's,
Gravity is about 50% lighter than the stock.
there you go. We just shed 3 ounces, guys.
Probably more than that.
3 ounces of weight, 5 ounces.
Here.
We'll go 5 ounces.
Check this out.
What up?
Look at the thickness difference between the two.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. That's crazy. Very cool, man. Actually, look how cool this looks without even a windscreen.
Let's leave it off. Ask the patron.
Let's leave it off. No. All right, let's get this on. So, some of the rubber grommets popped off the windscreen when we took it out, and that's what allows you to actually screw the windscreen in. So, he's got some lady fingers on a little thing. Did you get it?
Sweet.
No way. Look at that. Hold on. He just went in there like that. Look at that. That's freaking
So we got one.
crazy.
We're missing one.
See,
more.
another thing you can use this for.
But we need what? We need one more. We need
One
to find
more. I think it fell down in the bottom one.
Damn it. Know what she's doing. No idea. How'd it go?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, go ahead.
So my new welding helmet came in. One of my new welding helmets. This one has a variable shade, 9 to 13, and it has a grind option.
That's
Brand spanking new.
That's freaking so sick looking.
So I gotta get welding on crap, huh?
Yeah, now we need to find something that we need to weld on. Single-sided swing arm?
Yeah, yeah, no.
Just in case you ever think about trying to break in over here, I don't advise it. All right, so we found 7 of those rubber freaking things, but we can't find the last one. Well, teens found it, tried to get it,
It's in there.
dropped it in there, so now we're taking the whole freaking fairing apart, the whole front end apart of the bike. Here's the current situation. We were literally searching for one stupid rubber piece that's lost inside of this damn thing. But you can see there's the battery, the stator, starter,
Not started.
what is it?
Solenoid.
Solenoid, whatever that means. And then he's wrenching off the other side. So we're literally gonna take this whole thing apart because there's a little rubber grommet stuck inside of there.
Behind us.
Teens found it and
Take it out.
she blew the chance to get it out. What do you have to say for
I
yourself?
was the one that found it.
both of the missing ones in the bike.
Whatever.
Mine and dries.
So we're pulling the front end off. There's a lot of bolts that you have to get to pull it apart. And we're just gonna pull this piece off. She's excited. She wants
She
to
couldn't
work on
wait
it.
to find this. Look at that bike. Still looks awesome.
So here's another issue.
What?
Is that it like dips down under.
So literally, guys, an hour worth of work and completely tearing this bike apart to get this right here.
Can you see?
It's
The
that.
focusing?
To get that, we were missing one of them. Because the person who put that windscreen on, this bike has been taken apart before, for sure. And the person who put that windscreen on didn't put them on correctly.
You
No.
didn't take care of the bike regardless.
Basically, when they had the windscreen off, there's a little groove here where this is supposed to sit inside the windscreen.
Yep.
They just had it sitting behind there, so when I undid the screws and tried to pull the windscreen
Popped
out,
right out.
they popped right out. And guess what? They fell in a hole in there. And then teens tried to get it out. She was trying to help.
She
and
tried
you know
to-
what happened? This just blew down the crevice.
She got one.
So we took half
I got
the-
one.
So now that the bike is apart, we're thinking, why don't we just do a whole headlight conversion? What do you guys think?
People were mentioning just swapping out that whole thing right there for the 1299S. So it's full LED. That could work. We'll see. This right here gives me a freaking heart attack, guys, looking at the bike like this. Good God. Thank God for Dado. Because I wouldn't know what to do with this thing. Alright. So, since we got this thing off, for some reason they had tape on this and like all kinds of gook and stuff, so you can actually see this part of the fairing on the bike. So I'm just going to clean up all of this before we add the windscreen right there that Christina's working on. So, yep, somebody did not take care of this bike, but luckily it's in our hands now, and we're going to restore this bitch back to its original beauty.
Christina's over here putting rubber grommets.
This
back.
is a pain.
Yes. she's
I don't
putting-
know how this is gonna go back on the bike. So it's gonna be lots of teamwork, guys. Lots of teamwork.
We want to do things right. So in order to fish that grommet that fell off the windscreen and fell down in there, all the way down behind the headlight, we have to take half the bike apart. Sometimes it's better to take a couple steps back and do it correctly than just let it in there. One thing that we noticed was these relays were just tucked up in there. You don't want to do that. First of all, vibration. Second of all, you don't want electronics floating there. Somebody had this apart at one point.
Yeah.
This clearly has a slot here and then a bracket, and you want to put that on there, put that on there nicely, and that's where it's designed to sit.
Yeah. You don't
Okay.
want relays just bouncing
Yep,
around.
and you want these wires tucked in there very nicely. You want everything to flow. You don't want to be pushing plastic on if it doesn't fit.
And once again, guys, I know we mentioned these in the other episode, but you know, we're not just shouting out stuff that we're not using. Look how useful that is. We got one on one side with all those bolts. We got all the other bolts on this side, and just, you can even. He's putting them in different parts based on where they go on the bike. Obviously, further back or further back on the bike, closer up are front parts. And look at how freaking convenient that is. So shout out to MagPro. They're actually, I think, going to be hooking one of you guys up with a care package for the ending giveaway. So shout out to them. All right, so Teens got all the rubber grommets back in. Great job, Teens. It looks awesome. So we're actually just going to put them on while this fairing is off, so that if any of them do drop out while we're screwing in screws, we don't have to
not
go
gonna lose
fishing
them.
inside anymore. And look how good that's going to look. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to help her, so I got to stop.
Okay, we definitely want to show you guys this. So these little rubber pieces here, the windscreen will actually rest against that so you don't get vibration from plastic and noise.
Yep.
This other piece fell off on the other side, and the adhesive, you know, there's dirt and stuff in there. So what I did was I used two-sided 3M tape. I'm going to just peel this piece and put the adhesive back on there. The reason why we wanted to show you this is we don't like cutting corners. We want to make sure that everything is done right. We could have just said, you know what, let's pitch this. We don't need it.
Yep.
But we do. There's a reason why it's there. We're putting it back on.
Yep.
We're not cutting corners on this bike. We wanted to make sure that you guys know that. So just showing a few extra, you know, minutes of putting everything back together the proper way. That goes right there, and it's nice and tight. Now the windscreen will sit against there, and it will have no noise.
Perfect. One on each side. Boom. Christina Ducati has been crushing it over here, and I want to make sure she gets her fair due. Because people think she's just a pretty face and a big set of boobs. And you know what? That's not true. She's very intelligent. She has a 4.0 in college right now, guys. And she just crushed this windscreen. So whoever gets this bike, you can thank Christina for the beautiful windscreen.
I'm gonna give you a hug when we deliver it to you.
I don't know why you needed to go there.
There you go.
Boom! Look at that puppy.
Beautiful.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
We need to go.
It looks so good. Let's put it on. This is my favorite part right here. Putting stuff back together. And then,
Sorry.
hey, screw the Panigale front end.
Here's Christina's rear end.
Okay, another little snag that we ran into, and Jarrett really gets upset because we really want to film these series in a timely manner. I don't like cutting corners, so this is what happened. We got everything back together. We went to put this bolt in, and this guy was sticking just a little bit, you know, out. What this is it's a grommet, basically a bushing that sits between the headlight and the fairing stay, and you know, cuts down on vibration, keeps the headlights from blowing out, things like that. So yeah, so
Kind of important.
Yeah, kind of important. So we went to put everything back together, and we didn't have the headlight out. But when I put the bolt in, I realized that the fairing, the front fairing wasn't
Sitting flush.
Yes, it wasn't sitting flush. So, of course, you know, I started taking things back apart. You've got to make sure that everything sits the way it should. And this little air duct wasn't lining up. So what I found out was there's a this grommet is round, but it has a flat spot on it. There is a there's an area in here that has a flat spot as well, and this has to sit perfectly with that. And they had it rotated like halfway, and you can actually see.
Yep.
You can see it here. So somebody had this apart at one point,
Yep.
and when they put this grommet back together, it rotated a little bit, which caused it to sit crooked, which caused the front fairing to not line up, and it bothered the hell out of me. So we took everything back apart. We're about to put this grommet back together and reassemble the bike so Jarrett can ride it.
Yeah.
All right, well, while we're on the topic of shit we ran into, okay, cut that. While we're on the topic of running into problems, here's another one. This rubber grommet here is where the side fairing clips into, and you can see how it's bent and it stayed like that. Whoever put this bike back together had this pressed in there, and it's crooked because it sat like that for such a long time. So I inspected that one, and what do you know? Look it down here.
Same thing.
Same thing. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to pull both grommets out. I'm actually going to flip them because they're the same and try to get this in a groove and try to get it straightened out. So when we put the side fairing on, it won't just be sitting there. A lot of people don't realize when you put a motorcycle back together, if everything is not in its proper place, you'll get the side fairing will start vibrating and making noise, you know, and some people blow it off and say, oh, the bike was apart, it's okay, you know. No, it's not. You got to get these things right. If this rips or tears, you just get a new one and replace it. That's how you should do it. We're taking extra time. We've been here for 4 hours. We've done the windscreen.
To do a windscreen.
We're not going to lie. And guess what? It's because A, the grommets from the factory windscreen, whoever put it back together, didn't put them in right. They just, you know, tightened them from the bottom. We lost one of the grommets. I didn't want to half-ass it, so we took half the bike apart to find the grommets. 2 of them got lost. Then these things, you know, and then when we put the front end, you know, together, the grommet for the fairing stay wasn't correct. All those things just got fixed. We're gonna fix these 2 guys, put the fairings, you know, the side plastics back on. We're gonna keep on trucking. We're gonna get food because I'm hangry. And when we get back, we'll put the rest of the parts on. We're gonna rock and roll today. Yeah. Update on the right side. We believe that this plastic here was replaced from being laid over. Why? Because the 2 rubber grommets that need to be sitting here are completely missing. So we're gonna put the plastics back how they were, and Jarrett and I are gonna order a new set from Calps. They're gonna get those in for us. So next time we take the bike apart to do other installs, we'll make sure that those get put back in.
Yep. All right, so after 6 hours of putting a freaking windscreen on, we're finally ready to put turn signals on. So they're mirror block-offs with integrated LED turn signals. They're gonna look really good. They're powder coated black, and they're gonna sit right here. The other thing we need to do is plug these in to the wires that we had to add on because they were gone from before, but we already added a little relay in there, so it'll just be plug and play. We'll be good to go. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll show you once we get one plugged in, so stay tuned. So when Dado and I did the wires, we actually did it a little bit too good because we brought them all the way right up to here. We didn't realize that there was gonna be excess wiring, so we're gonna have to find a place to tuck that. But first we wanna wire these up and see if they work, so. Let's see, right turn signal.
Oh, they're so nice.
That's so awesome.
The left one?
And then left turn signal.
Oops.
There you go.
Awesome.
So look at that, with the new dark windscreen.
2 emergency signals.
Emergency? Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Look at that, full LED turn signals front and rear.
Dozer, what do you think?
Dozer, do you like it?
Dozer, you like the new LEDs? Look over there.
Oh boy, buddy.
He likes Miss Tails wagging. He's stoked.
All right, we're using the biggest, most manly tools you'll ever see in your life. Look at the size of that thing. Whew. Even imagine. Look at that. The tiniest little tools to put on these turn signals. They do look freaking awesome though. So we're just gonna wrench these down and then I'll show you what they look like afterwards. All right, turn signals are on. And boy, does it look sassy. I told you guys we were gonna sexify this front end. I was not kidding, look at that. Go ahead. Boom, look at that. They don't come across on camera, but they're bright. It's pretty bright in here, so look at that. Oh my God, it looks so good. Guys, look at this freaking bar end. Look at the size of this bar end. It just keeps, finally. Look at that. Good God. That's one hell of a bar end.
No, our manager.
Manager?
Our manager's sleeping on the job.
He's had enough. He's like 7 hours.
How's it going, buddy?
Screen and some turn signals, you piece of shit.
How's it going?
All right, so after 9 hours on a Saturday, we got a windscreen installed, the flush mount turn signals, well, block offs with integrated turn signals, a bar end mirror. We are actually going to get flush mount bar ends on here that are in black, so that this has a little bit more maneuverability. Plus, silver just doesn't look right anymore with everything in black. We got a nice comfort seat on here, teens, if you want to come over. Okay. And we got a raised tail section on, which really just confidence completes the lines of the bike. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification so you guys get notifications whenever we post. And if you want to get involved and be entered for a chance to win this bike, head on over to Patreon/JaretCampisi. It'll be the first link in the description below. Dozer's out. And you can actually support the series, and one of the people who support the series will actually win this bike when we're done with it. So yeah, we're just getting started, and I'm super excited. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.